I did it. Thank you very much. Please ask difficult questions. Let me see. Okay. Shall we start doing research if so many difficulties are there? Look at this. Notwithstanding these challenges, the show must go on. Why? Because hope impels the human ingenuity. So you become more smart by simply doing this and learning. I'll take not more than 5 minutes maybe, or even less, to give you a little appraisal about cancer. We know 200 different types of cancer, 60 different organs, and 219 different cells. What is important for cancer is that when we talk about cancer, we know the central dogma of molecular biology is heavily involved. DNA makes RNA makes protein, right. DNA is duplicated in the nucleus, okay, agreed. And then RNA made here, protein synthesis takes place here, the protein then sent back to the nucleus. Anything can go wrong in the eukaryotic transcriptional machinery. If anything can go wrong, things will be kaput. Only 1 to 1.5% human genome transcribed for the protein. Rest of the genome is not doing much. But then the question is more like a philosophical question. Why did we have about 98% human genome which is not doing anything? The answer is there are so many genes which are involved in regulation of the genome. Also, we have long non-coding RNA. So nothing is useless, nothing is junk, although some people call it junk. And alternate splicing spoils the whole game. You know, you go for cricket, suddenly there is a rain, the pitch is full of water, so you can't play. Trust me, the alternate splicing has posed a big question. How many genes are there in the human genome? You are very smart, right? You'll say, well, 100,000. No? 50,000. No? 30,000. No? 20,000. No? When shall we know how many genes are there in the human genome? Probably as of today, never. Why? Because the genes are studied simply by isolating RNA, by converting into cDNA, by studying the expression. What? No tissue in the human body or in animal body express all the genes. Why? Because it's a tissue-specific expression. It's stage-specific expression. So, how will you know how many genes are there? People believe, however, that human genome has got roughly 20 to 21,000 genes. Don't know. How many genes Adam alayhi salam had? Think of it. He was 90 feet tall. Why I am asking this question? It has something to humanity. Now, biological properties of the cancer cell, you know that they tend to grow, not going to stop, acquire mutation, and so on and so forth. This is a beautiful diagrammatic illustration. I thought I'll share with you. Normal cell division, okay. Then suddenly there's a mutation, all right. When there's a mutation, if the body is all right, then cell suicide takes place, the cell dies. However, this mutation can linger on and then goes on, and then finally you have something called so many cells uncontrolled growth. And this is a beautiful picture: normal, hyperplasia, mild dysplasia, and this is more prominent dysplasia. And this, of course, is cancer, which is going to be invasive because the cells have left the side and try to move away. So this is something which tells you formation of angiogenesis in here. That means formation of blood vessels. All tumors are not cancerous. You know that. Only the malignant one is named as cancer. And there are so many factors that can cause cancer. DNA, of course, is one. Then we have proto-oncogene. In human, for example, more than 400 proto-oncogenes have been reported until now. That means any proto-oncogene can be oncogene and you have trouble. Similarly, you have tumor suppressor genes. P53 is very common. That also can go bad. DNA mutation, like I told you, war has become permanent feature of the human society in most part of the world. And remember, this nuclear radiation is not very friendly thing for human body, for plant body, for animals, and so on and so forth. And germline mutation is even more dangerous compared to somatic mutation, and oncogene becomes proto-oncogene becomes oncogene, so that gives trouble, and this then becomes abnormal cell. And of course, we have this situation because of the mutation in the proto-oncogene. Tumor suppressor genes, if normal, fine, they will suppress the tumor, but if abnormal, they will create havoc. And of course, we also know that P53 is known famous tumor suppressor protein that triggers cell suicide. And DNA repair genes are there in the genome. If the repair genes are not working, that means that there is a puncture in the bicycle, no puncture fellow is there who can fix it, then you have only two options: drag the bicycle and go on. That's exactly what has happened here. As of today, microscopic observation is still the gold standard. The cells, normal and abnormal cancerous cells, they all show the variation in the morphology, and this is something that you cannot get rid of. We have physical agent, you have chemical agent, you have biological agent. They are all collectively or individually responsible for cancer. Tobacco use and cancer, you'll be surprised. 700 chemicals are there in the cigarette. When you light it, it becomes 7,000. And 70 of them are really related to cancer. And viruses, different types of viruses, they can play havoc. Virus, Epstein-Barr virus, human papilloma virus, hepatitis B virus, human T-cell infection. I'm not going to talk about coronavirus. That's also virus. So, treatment, surgery, radiotherapy, chemotherapy, immunotherapy, cancer vaccine, gene therapy, angiogenesis, inhibitors, personalized medicine. At the end, genetic testing is useful thing, should be there in every medical college, even for patient who come for a small issue, because this helps. And in the context of concluding remark, I must tell you that we can develop personalized medicine only when we fulfill the criterion as I discussed earlier. Cancer awareness will play a great role because early detection does help contain the menace. Living a healthy, friction-free life may keep persons away from cancer. Lifestyle and living conditions can save a person from comorbidity, which in turn protect the cancer and other diseases. What is true for personalized medicine in the context of cancer is also true for other diseases. Finally, positivity in life, remaining close to nature. What does that mean? Get up before sun comes up, walk, and see the effect. Coupled with healthy habits can reward a person with good health. I think this is the time for me to express my thanks to all of you, because you traveled along with me, and I was very nervous in the beginning for one single reason. Gosh, will I be able to complete the lecture, these slides, in 1 hour time? I think for a change, I will say yes, I did it. Thank you very much. Please ask difficult questions. Let me see how much can I withstand. Go on, ask difficult questions. If you don't ask, I'll be very disappointed. Go on, please.